Same, I would be like, oh, you idiot. I was like, I see what you did there. Why did you do that? What are you trying to do? What is happening right there?
Yes,
Don't do that again. I was like, all right, I'm not going to do that this time. You know, and I'd do it, and I'd be like, oh, if I got it, okay, I see what I got to do now.
Dude, I would be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to take a video because I'm definitely killing it. And then I'd watch the video and be like, oh, no, honey, you are not killing it. Like,
and welcome back to the next episode. I'm Paula.
And I'm Jen.
And we are the Ribbit Skaters.
What's up?
Hey.
Welcome back to the cool area.
Yeah, the cool cave.
Thank you so much for driving here. I genuinely, just so appreciate it.
Oh, well, thank you
It's
for
like 30
me.
minutes? 45?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. It's not bad. Got those tunes playing, you know. It's pitch dark. I see the moon. And I'm just spooky. Like, let's just go. Yeah, it's so spooky.
I think about it when I'm setting up for us. I'm like, oh, thank God. She's so sweet. She comes all the way over. It's so nice to have a friend. Really. I live kind of in the woods.
She lives in the deep, deep forest.
And nobody comes to visit me usually. So it's very, very exciting when I have a friend over to share my little spooky zone with. So we are back. We have been thinking about skating all week, you know, since our last episode. You've been skating? What's going on with you?
I have actually not been skating this week, though it's kind of funny because I had brought that up to my partner and I was like, man, I haven't skated this week. And he's like, but has it been on your mind? And I'm like, yes, it has. So I've been, it's always on my mind. And for me, actually, I reached out to Bug, which is known as Drowning.Lessons on Instagram, to get a 4-foot wide mini ramp outdoor with alligator skin built in my backyard. So I'm really
the dream.
Yes, I'm so excited, super excited to have it there and just be able to wake up, you know, go out there anytime that I want. You know, anytime. I could just go out there. It's going to be incredible.
You can sleep out there.
Yeah, I can sleep out there if I want to, you know? Yeah.
That's sick. Bug is so cool. I would, love to have Bug on the podcast, too, just to, talk about Bug and Robbie basically built the Uxbridge Skatepark that we love so much. We're always hitting it up.
Yeah, ripping it. It's so nice.
It's so sick. And they built the barn in Rhode Island, which is, I only know about it because I follow them on the old Instagram, and they were posting about a recent build they did, and I think that, let me bring it up, the guy had a cute little thing. We kicked out the horses and built a ramp made of childhood dreams, good old-fashioned elbow grease, and a dash of midlife crisis. Private invite only, which I respect. If I had a barn with a ramp in it would be private invite only also. But I love the dash of midlife crisis because I feel that.
Yeah.
So, are you going to paint it a cool...
Yeah, I'm actually going to... I think I'm going to paint it. Have you already
designed it, or you're just
Well, I have some stuff. Options. Yeah. Been thinking all different types of brainstorm. I feel like once I see it in the space that I'm working with, then I'll know. But yeah, I'm super excited. I can't wait. It's going to be so awesome. I feel like mine would
need to be a pink glitter ramp with Hello Kitty on it. Just to emasculate any dude that shredded it. I want them to come shred it. Don't get me wrong. But it would need to be
yeah. See, this is where we're as Pisces, you know, I'm over here I'm thinking black, you know.
Oh, well, this is our vibe. We're Pisces sister fish. This is our vibe. Her daughter was saying, you know, I'm the pink, she's the black. We got the Hello Kitty, and then I don't remember the other Sanrio character.
That's Maru.
Thank you. Yeah. So I love feeling seen.
Yeah. But I have some of that, you know, bubble gum, you know, popness to me though.
Yeah, we got a Betty and Veronica thing going on. We're very cute. You know it's true. That's why you're here watching. And yeah, let me see. So I did go skating this weekend actually. I'm really excited about it too because I got to skate in the Cape.
Oh,
and it was sick. One of my good friends has a family Cape house.
Okay.
which I feel incredibly blessed to be able to visit.
Nice.
And the house is in like the lower part of the Cape, or like right after the bridge. And there was like last year, me and Jen McMan and Octavia hit a bunch of the skate parks like up the Cape. I didn't make it all the way to like P-Town, but I did do a big chunk of the Cape, and we just hit every skate park that we could fit in. And I made some cool vids. I made like a vid, like a compilation vid with like a little clip from each skate park with like a little review.
Nice.
It got very little views. And like, you know how you can like look and see like how long people watched the video? It was like pretty much everyone like turned it off immediately. God bless you. I don't blame you. I respect it. I understand, it's boring. My idea was that, someone who might want to do a similar road trip would like watch the vid to like get an idea of each park, because it's hard to tell on like Google. You like look up the park and it'll have like a picture or two, but you can't really tell.
Right. Yeah.
And some of those parks are way better than others. Okay. Some of them are not that great. Like they're okay. Like I don't want to poo-poo anybody's local. If it's your local spot, like get what you got. I mean, Franklin does not have a park, so if I had a park, I'd be skating it.
Right.
But so I hit this weekend 2 of my favorites from my Skate the Cape adventure last summer. So I hit Sandwich Skatepark in Sandwich, Mass.
I like the name.
I know, I love sandwiches.
Yeah.
Right?
I like sandwich. What? That's awesome.
So good. And that was sick. I got up early and like hit the park at like 7:30 a.m. or whatever.
Oh, nice. I love it.
Yeah.
Watching that sunrise.
I did get to see the sunrise like over the ocean, which was sick.
Oh,
I woke up smiling. Seriously.
Nice.
But then, me and Elvira hit the streets and went over to Sandwich Skatepark, and it was surprisingly busy. Like, I wasn't like bummed, but I was definitely like, okay, like a lot of skater dudes here. Like, it seemed like a crew of maybe locals. I couldn't really tell if they were local or not, but they were like dudes who definitely all knew each other and were like had a meetup. So they were kind of dominating the park. They were really cool. They were totally fine and welcoming enough. But obviously, you get there at 7:30, 8 a.m. You're kind of hoping to shred alone.
Right, yeah.
Or mostly alone, like.
Or with ghosts.
One
ghosts
shirtless old guy. That's it, not like 6 bros who all are like homies. Yeah. They did have great music playing, like really, really good music that I loved. So I was like, okay, you can stay. And there's a cool bowl, or they have like a flow section that's fun and has some cool like jumps and wall banks, and then a chunk of it is something you could use as a half pipe. It's like a part of a bowl, but if you skate it like a half pipe, it's fun. And I was doing some stuff over there. And then on the other side is a like proper pool bowl, and it's really fun, and it has like a great like zip around, like you're really like woo. So that was sick, and it has pool coping. And then later in the day, I got dropped off with Elvira at the Finch Skatepark in Orleans, Mass, which is about an hour past the bridge, like up the Cape. Super, super sick half pipe. It's like a big, bright red half pipe, very large. It's pretty similar to the Uxbridge half pipe, but I actually think it's a little taller. Maybe it's not. It's hard to tell. I'm like terrible.
You weren't there with the measuring tape.
Yeah, I'm always like, this is like 30 feet tall, right? And it's like 6 feet tall, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, of course. Like, that's what I meant. 6 feet. It feels pretty big, and it's cool because it's like bright red, so it just like has like kind of a cool vibe. And there is like a chunk of it that is taller and has pool coping, so it's kind of cool. You can do a bunch of different stuff on it.
Nice.
And Elvira was being such a good girl, and nobody was there. So that was sick. Yeah. Because that would have been a lot harder to share.
Right, yeah.
It's just the one feature. They do have a whole other street section next to it, but like this half pipe is so sick. Like that's why you're there. For me personally. But yeah, Elvira was being so good. She just like laid in the shade and had her little water bowl, and then after a little bit she walked over to the grass and did a little like roll, and I was just like so pleased because we've been hanging out since January when I got her, and I've brought her to different skate parks, but I haven't. Usually when I bring her, she's like kind of either in the car, if it's like weather appropriate, she'll like chill in the car next to the park with like the windows down and some water and her little like chew bone or whatever, or I'm not skating and she'll be like just with me while we're kind of hanging out with people. And she's always good. But this time she was at the park and I was skating and she was so good.
Wow, that's awesome.
She definitely like came onto the ramp right when we first got there because she was like, what is this? And I was like skating very slowly and very like, okay, cautiously. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Yeah. And she's like,
she
watch this. Like, look at the cat stand. What do you got?
I know, imagine she just starts like shredding. I'm like, oh my god, it's incredible. Oh, I wish. For those of you who don't know, she is 3-legged. So we're very impressed when she can do literally anything. And she's very brave because she has really come through it all. She was a rescue dog and she's been shot multiple times by some asshole in the South that we don't know them. But that all happened long ago. So anyway, those 2 skate parks, super sick, really fun. I love them. It was awesome to get to hit them this weekend. I would love to do another Skate the Cape adventure.
Ooh.
It's so fun.
In that. Yeah, that sounds amazing.
There's a bunch of really cool parks like up the whole Cape.
Wow.
And it's cool because you can do like a thing. And they're all like a decent amount of space from each other so that you can hit like one and it only takes like 20 minutes to get to each one.
Wow.
So like you start right over the bridge and you're literally just like boom, 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 boom. And then you can go like back and hit your favorite
Maybe we'll
park
do
again.
like a little tour. We might have to
That's
do
what
like
I'm saying.
a Rip It Skaters tour and be like, come rip it with us. Let's rip it.
Yeah, we could maybe there was a flyer. I don't know if it was already happened or if it was gonna happen, but I did see that somebody was hosting like a skate jam up there, you know, like I don't have the information on it, but it's just like an idea. It's cool. It's a cool spot. Cape is cool. Everything I heard when I skated it last summer was that off season, obviously, when it's not like tourist season, the parks are all like really chill and like not busy.
Okay.
So that's another cool bonus of Skate the Cape.
Well, the other thing that I wanted to say about skating on my mind, so I was thinking about it, I was like, it'd be so great if there was just like this book handy that I could just be able to like, you know, pop out and be like, okay, I want to try this trick. What is it called? What's the best technique? How should I approach it? Yeah, Tricktionary. And I couldn't find anything except for like a really old book on roller skating, and it had more like, I guess like figure skating like techniques, you know, and it was on Amazon and I think or eBay, and it was like I was like, I don't even know if I even want to like go in a, you know, bet war with somebody on this book. I was like, I don't know. But what I did find is that CIB on their website, they actually have like a whole page dedicated to that for doing tricks at the skate park, and they actually have videos for some of the tricks, but it definitely breaks it down. I haven't read through the whole thing because it was a lot, and I'm thinking I'll probably just end up printing it. And I just thought that was amazing. I was like, this is so cool. Like, I need to have this on me. So when I'm at the skate park, I'm not like, what is that thing called? How did they do that? And then I went ahead and got myself like this really cool, like magical, because, you know, it's Halloween's coming, you know, so everyone's busting out all the Halloween stuff out. Found this really cool notebook, and I was like, oh my god, it's like my spell book, but it'll be my trick book. And I'm just gonna put there like, yeah, like my little skate journal, you know, as I'm going through this, and I'll just start like writing down and pasting my little notes and see how that goes. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. Obsessed.
Yeah. And then the other thing that I've been thinking about is that I want to build a third pair of skates, and I want them to be for street skating, and I'm thinking I'm going to be going with some like skate high tapped Vans, all in black. And then I really like these wheels that I've been seeing skaters using on their skates, and they're the
Bull bombers, right?
Yeah, the roll bomber. Yeah, estrogen. Yeah, bombers. And they're like red. I think it's blue, red, yellow. I think I have it down right here. Oh, blue, orange, yellow, and purple. And they have these skeletons on roller skates inside the wheel, and each one's like a different color, which is just so rad. So I figured like, okay, I'll get what I want, all black Vans for the shoe, and then add these colorful wheels, and it's like, this is like so me, you know, like I like the darkness, but I love the rainbow.
Did you see those like Coffin Skateboards I sent you on Instagram today?
Oh, I have not, no.
Okay, well there's an Instagram that's called Coffin Boards.
What?
And they're just like very sick skateboards that are shaped like coffins, and they do long boards also. So they do like every size. They got like some cute little guys, and then like standard skateboard, and then like long boards.
Yeah.
And you can get them etched with cool designs. They had like a whole tarot line, and then they also had like decals so you could like do your own kind of things. I don't know. I mean, I learned like when I started roller skating, I had been a skateboarder first.
Right, yeah.
Not a good skateboarder. Okay.
Yeah,
I
same.
never said that.
I was a skateboarder too first.
I was never good at it.
Great.
I could skate. I could go.
I could go.
I could stay on it.
I attempted tricks, sucked at all of them.
Yeah, I could fall off and get back on.
Yeah,
that was fine.
Yeah, that was fine.
So I have a lot more confidence now, obviously, because of what we talked about in a previous episode, 365 challenge. You really learned that if you just practice, it turns out you can get better at stuff. And another thing is, and we did mention this already too, is that YouTube tutorials are just like amazing. Right. And those didn't exist in that way when we were learning how to skateboard. Yeah. Like I was just alone and sad.
Yeah. I didn't even have cable. I think we had dial up, and it was a that. You're like there waiting like, come on. Can I get on AOL?
Yeah, and your dad like is picking up the phone and being like, Jennifer.
And you still had that phone with the big long cord, and I'm trying to like get some privacy to go to the bathroom. And everyone's tripping, and they're like,
kids don't know how easy you got it. Seriously, with the YouTube though, because I was just at Skateparks alone, being like couldn't figure out how to pump, and it's like pumping is like a weird thing. I don't know, like. That's actually ties into what we're going to talk about on today's episode, which is like learning how to skate and being a noob, being a Bambi legs.
Yeah. Bambi and ice.
Being bad at it.
Yeah.
And
jelly legs.
Getting over it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because as much as I absolutely did that hardcore for roller skating, I first did it skateboarding. And luckily I was able to get decent enough at skateboarding that I could ride my skateboard around my city. So I wasn't shredding, okay, I will openly admit it, but I was skating and I could go from A to B. I could use it as transportation, so I would go around on it. And I had a really cool, very sweet pit bull named Pinky who would pull me on the skateboard, and she was really good at it. And I could be like, left, and she would literally turn left and be like, slow down, whoa, whoa. And she would slow down and I could be like, get it. And she would speed up. It was so much fun. And we would just skate all around the city where we lived. And I loved it. It was so much fun. It was so fun to roll. Right. So you could just fly. Yeah. And I took my skateboard to the skate park. It was Hyde Park, and now it's Reservation Road. And I tried, and I sucked. And so I didn't do it very much. I stayed just transportation, and I just stayed doing that forever. Right. And then roller skating came into my life and changed everything for the better. Yeah. And, there was a similar learning curve where I sucked, but I wasn't terrible. I had some balance. There was some crossover with skateboarding where you get like the bent knees and there's like a little bit of balance, but obviously I kept at it. Yeah. And then of course I consumed hours and hours and hours of YouTube tutorials. Right. And I have read since then that it's like scientifically proven that your brain processes watching a tutorial the same as it processes practicing. Wow, amazing. So if you, I'm not saying you're going to get better at skateboarding from just watching the videos, but you will improve some just from watching videos. Yeah. And you will absolutely improve, and we can both be the proof. Yeah. If you watch videos and practice. Yeah. And even videotaping yourself and then rewatching what you did. Huge help for me. Yes. Hugely same. I would be like, oh, you idiot. I was like, I see what you did there. Why did you do that? What are you trying to do? What is happening right there? Yes, don't do that again. I was like, all right, I'm not going to do that this time. And I'd do it and I'd be like, oh, if I got it, okay, I see what I got to do now. Dude, I would be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to take a video because I'm definitely killing it. And then I'd watch the video and be like, oh no, honey, you are not killing it. I would think, I would think that my knees were bent so much, and then I'd watch the video and I'd be like, and I'm like, or I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm getting some real jump height here, and it would be like, So those videos will humble you. They will humble you, but they help you grow. Right. And when I'm teaching people how to skate at Hag Night, I am always like, try filming yourself. Yeah. It will help you tremendously. You will see where exactly you need to improve, and it just helps so much. So I definitely agree with that. And then the other piece of important information for people who are just starting is safety. Yes, safety. what we're going to really delve into, because I will tell you right now, Hag Night, my skate crew, we meet Mondays, and it's like beginner friendly, we call it, but there's tons of noobs all the time.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I can't even tell you how many times we've had to like drive people to the hospital, get the ambulance has come to our night. Like we've had many broken bones.
Wow.
At Hag Night,
I believe it. Yeah.
We did do some safety training, and I will say the number of injuries went way down.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yes. We also moved, in our defense, a lot of our injuries happened at our like
more
older
raw space.
Yes, exactly. So we used to skate in a parking lot that was kind of like up and down a little bit. There'd be like ditches that you wouldn't necessarily see, and the lighting
pebbles,
wasn't like great. Yeah, pebbles, totally. And now we skate in a very, very well lit, perfectly smooth.
Yes.
We sweep it out. Shit gets in there a lot, but we sweep it, and you can see if there's something there, because it's very well lit. So if there's like pieces of like, because like hockey bros leave their pucks sometimes, they'll get like busted and they'll just leave it, and we'll sweep that up, but you can at least see it. Right. Whereas in the parking lot, broken ankle, broken wrist. Right. You know something about that, right?
Yeah. So when I first started, I was like, oh yeah, I remember when I was 8 years old and I was skating, and then I was like, I got scars to prove it. Look at my knees, I remember I was like, oh, that was the best. It was so much fun, and that's all I kept thinking about, and then I started thinking, I was like, did I ever fall like on my hands? And I was like, no, it was always on my knees. It was fine. So I'm I have the skates on, not the best quality skates, of course, because of the pandemic with COVID-19. I just got some really cheap skates from Walmart just to get something, because it was so hard to like get a good pair of skates.
People can skate on Walmart skates. They're fine.
Yeah, so I was skating on that, but I had no safety gear. Like
that's where you need.
Yeah, just those skates.
Regardless of your skates.
Yeah, and I was like, after like a few hours of skating, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, I've got this.
I'm amazing.
Yeah, I'm amazing. This is awesome. I'm gonna do all kinds of gnarly shit. Like, watch me go, And then boom, I fall and I break my fucking wrist. And I'm just like,
and you like work with your hands, right?
Yeah, and I'm just like and when I fell backwards, and so I was catching my fall, and I put all my weight on my left hand, so the wrist just snapped. And I didn't even feel or hear it that it snapped, but I knew something was wrong. I was like, something's not right. And I just put my hand over it, and I'm like, I'm just going to go inside and go sit down for a second. And then before I knew it, everything turned black. And
Did you pass out?
I guess so. I was just like, oh, and then black. And then I hear Michael. He's like, Paula, are you okay? He's like, fuck. He's like, did you break your fucking bone? Because we're supposed to be quarantined. Avoid the hospital because of COVID.
Oh no.
And I'm like, no, I didn't break it. I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I'm probably just bruised. And he's like, let me see. Let's take a look. And I slowly take my hand, and I could see the bone popping out.
Oh no.
And I'm just like, I think it's okay, maybe we just wrap it or something, we'll be okay.
This is fine.
It's fine. Let's get some ice. Let's ice it down. And he's like, oh, we're going to the hospital. I was like, okay. And then, of course, because of COVID, no one could go with me. I had to go into the hospital by myself. And, at that time, you don't really know. We didn't have much information. No vaccine, of course, And I'm just like, oh, my fucking God. I'm like, I'm going to fucking go in there, and I'm going to come out as a zombie, I was like, this is the end. This is how my life ends right now,
Oh,
so I walk in there, and I'm just like, yep, I'm here, And I'm expecting to see the hospital filled with COVID patients. Like, that's what I'm expecting in New Orleans. I'm like, I'm going to be surrounded. I'm going to get COVID, and I'm going to die. And this is it. This is the end, And luckily, when I'm there waiting, I'm seeing other people that are sitting there waiting, and everyone has like a broken bone. And so finally, the doctor gets to like see me after, they check all your blood work, your urine, etc. And they're like, yeah, you broke it. They're like, but we're going to put this cast, and it's going to be healed, and you just take some rest. So then I asked him, I was like, so with COVID, I was like, how many people are coming in because of COVID here? He's like, actually, we haven't had anybody been coming here for COVID. He's like, everyone that keeps coming to the hospital is from a broken bone, because everyone's going crazy being quarantined, that they're doing some crazy shit. We got people jumping off the roof because they just wanted to see what would happen if I jumped off the roof into like whatever,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like we can't even make fun of them because That was us.
Yeah.
Like, we're like, what if I, like, jumped off this skate ramp, like, on wheels? It's fine.
So they're like, you are the typical person coming in right now. And I was
Sorry.
like, oh, okay. I was like, so good, I could go. They're like, yeah. They're like, but you're going to have to come back and see a specialist and check your bones, you know? And I was like, oh, awesome. During the pandemic, we're going to have to be coming back to the place that I was trying to avoid, you know, the whole time.
Yeah, totally. Very confusing.
But luckily, within a month, I healed really great because the nerd that I am, whenever I get sick, I'm like full blown, you know, thinking like, oh, what do I need to do to boost my immune, to boost whatever? And I was like, okay, it's the bones, so let me increase my intake on vitamins and do whatever I need to do, like essentially, like, I turned my hand into like a dead hand. I was like, it's not gonna do anything until I feel that it's like I'm finally like strong enough, and then I'm gonna start working the muscles for it. And yeah, I mean, now it's fine. They say I might have arthritis later, you know, but
yeah, I probably will too.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just like, oh well, you know. But I mean, so far, you know, I mean, yeah, I can move it around, you know, my hand's good.
Yeah,
so, it's pretty incredible that bones can do that, though. They can heal, you know. So.
And what about like the recovery process as far as like skating again?
Well, I took that whole month off, even though I was very tempted because I was just so excited of how good I felt, being like, oh my gosh, I'm amazing. Like, I want to keep going. I don't want to stop, you know? And I was like, and I asked the doctor, I was like, well, should I continue skating? And they're like, no. They're like, you want another broken hand, you know? And I was like, so then I use that time to start doing some more research, doing some more YouTube videos on like how to properly fall, what safety gear to get. And that's when I went ahead and started purchasing stuff to get myself set up so that once my my wrist was healed, I'd be able to be prepared to hit the skate park and the rink or wherever I was going to go skate. So I went and got myself 187 killer pads for the knees, the elbows, and wrist guards. And it's the Moxie special with like the leopard print. I think you have those, don't you? Yeah. So I got myself a set of that, which I fell in love, which I was like, this is so cute. So I was like, this looks great. It feels comfortable. I feel a lot safer. I wish I had this. I would have never broken the wrist, but oh well, here I am. And then I went ahead and got myself a helmet because I was like, oh shit. I was like, I need a helmet. I have a retro spec helmet right now, but eventually I do want to get a 187 killer helmet. I don't know what kind of helmet you have over there.
It is like the 888, I think it's called. I don't know, but it basically, I have a big ass head, and I got a lot of hair.
I saw that an extra large.
It's big, yeah. XL, XXL.
XXL, nice.
So I think if you take out the padding, it becomes XXL.
Okay.
And with the padding, it's XL.
I see.
But literally, tell me, I tried on every freaking helmet. None of them fit. All the cute helmets with the leopard print, the cute shit, not for me.
Oh.
That's all right. I put Lisa Frank stickers all over it, and I got my Bruce Boutique and my Skate Hags, you know. So I'm repping, and it's cute. And actually, white is not bad. It's not bad. Yeah. Black helmets do reflect the heat in, so they can be pretty hot. And the white helmet is good. It like bounces the heat away, so that's good.
Yeah.
I did bring my gear, and I wanted to say that I started with really dinky, like rollerblade brand, like very thin pads, and they're basically useless. Like the purpose they serve is to keep you from getting a skinned knee. So if you are wearing the rollerblade brand, like dinky, skinny little pads as knee pads and elbow pads, they will help to keep you from getting a skinned knee if you fall doing something very slow and not on a hill. You know, you're doing like low key skating. Those will help you from getting like a scrape.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna really fall because you are shredding, you need thick pads, like big. Like, I mean, I thought at the time that these were very large, but they're not even. Like, you can get way bigger than this for like doing crazy shit. And if you're doing derby where you're really hitting your knees constantly, because derby skaters are like purposely landing on their knees as like part of their way they get around.
Right.
And they need beefed up pads because guess what? Your knees will hurt.
Yeah.
Like that was definitely a side effect of 365 skating that I felt. Like at the end of the year, my knees were fucking hurting. And I ended up wearing pads like this even at the skating rink because my knees were so sensitive by that time. And they're fine now because I took a break, so my knees have like recovered and they're fine. But at the end of the year last year, I was wearing these at like the wood floor skating rink indoors, where I would normally not worry about pads because it's like you're just skating on a flat surface in a circle. But if I fell on my knee at all, it hurt so much.
Wow, yeah.
And I also wanted to just point out that my plastic guard fell off this weekend, and I haven't had these like that long. This one's popping off too. I do like this brand, and I have 2 other sets of the same brand, the like Moxie 187. I have like pink and purple, and then these. And both of my pink and purple sets, the like kneecap did not fall off. But I was also not shredding as hard as I am now because I got those early in my like skate journey.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's up with that.
Well, how long have you had these?
Not that long, like 6 months.
Oh wow.
Eldredge was upset about it too. So whatever, just pointing that out.
Yeah.
Wanted to point it out. They just came out with a spiderweb set though, so like I'm like, I don't know, maybe I was like, maybe it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a side.
Yes, and the elbow pads, no problems with those. I don't like smash my elbows that often, like almost ever.
Yeah, me either.
Mostly I use it in the way that we talked about before, where you like can get down ramps that if you like can't really like do the ramp yet, you can slide down, and having this is good for that. I was gonna show my
wrist guards.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. So here's my little wrist guard, very cute. It is showing some wear down here, and my other sets are also showing wear down here. Sometimes this little pink, this little plastic piece slides out.
Yeah.
No big deal. I just put it back in. So you just put it on with that plastic piece inside your palm, and it helps so that if you fall, you aim for this to hit the pavement, not like your hand and wrist.
Right.
This is not the highest level, you know, this is okay. They got really good ones that are like beefed up, like Jen McMan has like BMX ones because she broke her wrist also. So she's got the beefed up boys. So there's all sorts of stuff. I definitely recommend beefier pads in general if you're going to do anything besides skate on flat.
Right.
If you're skating on flat, you can get away with thin pads that are going to help you from getting a scrape.
Right.
If you're doing anything else, like you're gonna want those beefy boys. I'll never forget the first time I fell on my knees in these, and I was like, it's like jumping on a bed. Like it's so much better. Like, so whatever. And you could do better than this too if you're really shredding super hard. I just love knee pads. Highly recommend knee pads and helmets. Like the rest of the gear, if you're doing great and you're an awesome skater and you're not falling that much, like you probably don't need the like. You don't need some of the safety gear probably, or you may feel that you don't need it.
Yeah.
Helmets and knee pads, like why not?
Right. Yeah.
You want a helmet. If your head is going to hit something, it's not like you ever try to have your head hit something. You're never like, oh, I'm doing like a trick where like my head's going to hit. Yeah. You know, it's not like you're like, oh, well, I never purposely hit my head, so I don't need a helmet. It's like,
yeah.
I don't know. I am not here to shame anyone who decides they don't want to wear a helmet. I don't care what you do.
Right.
God bless you.
You know.
I don't care. Like, I don't look at people not wearing a helmet and be like, oh my God.
Right.
I'm just saying, if you're thinking about it and you're not sure and you're wondering my opinion, strongly recommend wearing the helmet.
Same,
like, you do not want a concussion.
Plus, you can add stickers to it.
I love stickers.
I love stickers. Yeah.
Love them. And like,
stickers,
I can't tell you, having a concussion just sucks.
Yeah.
Big time.
Big time, yeah. Yeah.
Not good. So, try it out.
Yeah.
Wear a helmet.
Helmets
are sick.
Yeah, and
they look cool.
They do look super cool.
Put your cute stickers on.
Yeah, I even went and I got myself the butt pads.
Oh yeah, I got butt pads. My butt pads are.
Side.
I think they're right there.
Oh, right here. These? No. This one. Oh, that's the other
I
one.
think they're under the skates.
Oh yeah.
Let me see.
Oh wow, yours have like the same holes as mine.
Well, these are inside out. Those are like, you can take the pads out for washing.
Oh right.
If you were to, for example, wash them,
and
which would be a great idea.
And here I thought I was like, oh man, I've been making holes in it.
So if you, well, I mean, these, I wear like little things over them usually. There's some holes too. Yeah. Here's a hole. So I got the Body Pro.
Yeah, that's what I have too.
And it has like the tailbone protection.
tailbone's
It's
super
not
good.
super thick though. Like
It is not though. It's because
like-
it slides down. I don't know if yours does, but mine slides down.
look at this is how thick. So
Yeah,
it does help. And I don't wear these that often because they are sweaty as fuck.
they are. Yeah.
I do like to wear them when I'm learning new tricks where I know I'm eating shit. Like when I
Right.
learned how to carve left, I could carve right no problem, like pretty quickly. Carving right like came naturally to me. Carving left, I really struggled with. I basically couldn't do it. So I ate shit and gave myself a nice giant bruise. I put those on. I ate shit again and it did not hurt. So I was
Nice.
like, okay. And then I was able to practice going
Right.
left because I was eating shit and it was okay. And now I can carve left and I don't need to wear the pads because I don't eat shit anymore. So
Right.
beauty. Love it. We love that.
Yeah.
You know, and same thing with cartwheels. I'm like trying to figure out cartwheels still. Bad doing it, but whatever. I'm okay. I'm trying. And the butt pads are fabulous because you do eat shit.
Yeah.
And it's just nice because you can eat shit without like getting seriously injured.
Right. Which then would put you at a spot where you're like, oh, now I can't fucking do anything.
Yes.
For, like, a
like
long
including
time.
like
Yeah.
sit down.
Yeah.
Like,
You're
it
like,
sucks.
oh,
I injured my
this
tailbone
hurts.
at Moxie Skate Camp in like the spring, and it took me like 3 months
Oh shit.
to like not feel it every time I like got in and out of the car. You know,
Oh.
like you're like getting in and you're like,
I can't even imagine
It
going
sucked.
pooping.
pooping's fine.
Oh, really?
It's more like sitting on your tailbone.
Oh, I hear you.
And
Okay.
then getting up off of your tailbone, like after having been sitting on it for a while, and it's just painful, and it
Yeah.
just like haunts you because it like won't go away.
Right.
Um,
You're like, be gone now. Be
the
gone.
other like best thing that you can do besides wearing sick, cool looking safety gear that is functional
Yep.
is learn how and practice falling.
Yeah.
So I watched tons of tutorials. I got the Dirty Debbie.
Oh, she's
falling,
amazing.
so sick.
So much good stuff with her. Yeah.
There's a whole playlist that Skate Hags has. We could link it with Rip It Skaters that is just safety tutorials all about
Perfect.
how to fall.
Yeah.
You want to do it. You basically want to get low and just fall on purpose. You can practice it in the grass. It is functional. Like
Yeah.
the more you practice it, especially for beginners, I understand people who are not beginners.
It's you're training yourself.
You're training yourself because when
yeah.
you do fall, you're right. It does happen so fast.
Yeah.
So having the muscle memory of getting very low so that when you fall, because basically when you go off balance, your immediate reaction is like, ah, and you starfish out, like
Yeah.
Debbie says.
Yeah.
Get small, get low, and at least you're falling from a lower point of
Right.
height or whatever, lower
Yeah,
height.
less intense on the body. Yeah.
And pulling your arms in and falling to the side also keeps your wrists safe. When you like straighten an arm and like
Right, all that weight
fall,
and
that's when
pressure.
you break the wrist. So practice falling, because picking a butt cheek, which is what Debbie will tell you to do, is huge. You pick that butt cheek, you fall to the side. That's how you can save your tailbone. It doesn't always work. I injured my tailbone, you know, that was after having practiced falling. I injured both my shoulders and both my ankles.
Yeah.
I've been hurting.
Yeah.
I'm hurting for certain. But like, I don't fall like that anymore.
Right.
You know, like I learned how to fall correctly. And luckily for me anyway, I actually never broke anything. Like I was able to fall like to the side enough where I did like hurt myself, but I was okay.
Right.
So practice falling, wear that cool fashion and function safety gear, put stickers on
Totally.
your helmet.
Sticker
know,
it up.
If you do fall and hit your helmet, get a new one.
Yep. You gotta get a new one.
Why not?
Yep.
New stickers, we love it.
Yep. You could hang the old one up on your wall.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's like, or you could throw
Or
it
for
away.
Halloween, you could use it as a candy bowl.
Oh my God, what if I like put it as a planter? Right? Like put like a plant in it. Because this one's getting kind of,
Oh yeah, and it's got holes for drainage. There you
that's
go.
so true. I love it actually.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'll do.
There
You can
you
make
go.
a hanging plant even.
Oh, totally. Look at it. New
Like the
trend.
spider plant in there.
Hashtag helmet hanging plant.
I'm going to do that.
Do it.
It might look so stupid, but who cares?
No,
I
it
don't
won't.
care.
It's gonna look amazing.
Who cares anyway?
Yeah, I love it.
All right, I think that pretty much wraps it up.
All right.
Do you have anything else you want to throw out there?
No, I think that's all really good. You know, yeah, wear that safety gear. Avoid those broken bones. Save your bones. Even though
Save
they
your
do
bones.
heal, but still, you know, save your bones.
All right. Oh, Elder's still barking. Phoebe, no.
Elvira, how do you feel about Hag Night being rained out 3 or 4 weeks in a row?